Derek here with Climate Experts. Now we're here at a home to complete an AC diagnostic call where they said their unit was running constantly but not cooling the home down. So we're walking over to the outdoor unit, which is the condenser unit, and we are going to hook up our refrigerant gauges to see what the pressures look like. Here we go. All right, so we got our gauges hooked up. We've let our system run for at least 25 minutes for the refrigerant pressures to equalize. Now, if you come over here, I'll go ahead and I'll explain these pressures to you. So this is a 410A system. We have 129 on our low side and 287 on our high. We have a 31 superheat. We have a 4 subcool. So subcooling is basically how much liquid refrigerant is in this condenser unit. So right now, this system calls for, with the outdoor temperature we have right now, about 85 degrees, an 11 subcool. So at a 4 subcool, we're not holding enough liquid in this condensing unit. So we don't currently have enough refrigerant. So this would make sense on why their system isn't able to cool the house down quick enough. It's because there's not enough refrigerant in the system. The refrigerant moves the heat. And that's why when you feel your hand over this condenser, it should feel a lot warmer than the ambient air outside right now. And it actually feels pretty close to the temperature of the outside air, while this one over here is feeling much warmer. So this system has enough refrigerant in it. So we're going to need to add refrigerant, but before we do that, this is a closed system, so this should never leak refrigerant. It's a closed loop. If it is leaking refrigerant, there's a good chance there's a leak in the system. So we're going to go ahead and also install some dye into the system so that we can check where the leak's at. So we inject this refrigerant dye into the system. It cycles through the system. We use a UV flashlight to find out where the leak is located. Or for a system that's out of warranty or aged or over 10 years old, and you're kind of just trying to keep it running, they have a leak sealant with dye combo that will seal micro leaks. Now, if this leak is anything that's over something microscopic, then realistically it's not going to seal the leak. But we're going to go ahead and install this dye into the system. I'm going to go over it really quick. All right, we've got our leak dye and sealant here from New Calgon that we're about to install into this system. Now, this system's out of warranty. They're going to attempt to seal micro leaks with this system, but if it does end up leaking out, we'll be able to find it with a UV flashlight. So this is how you're going to install it. You're going to have your liquid line hooked up, and we're going to hook our dye to our suction line. Now, we're just going to very gently attach this here. We're not going to fully seat it. So, we'll line that up. We're just going to attach that there. We're going to take our middle hose from our gauges. We're also going to just lightly seat it onto the dye. We are not going to fully screw it in yet. We want to get all the air out of the line. So we're going to open up our liquid line. As you can hear the air coming out. All right, we're going to close that. We got the air out of the line. Now we're going to fully seat the dye tube onto the suction line. Now we're going to use the liquid from our liquid line to push into the gauges and push the dye in. Here's the key though. You do not want to fully open the liquid line because the compressor does not want liquid. So we're going to crack the liquid line valve here just to let a little bit of liquid through to let the dye through. So if you want to take a look here close up, you can see it pushing the dye into the system. You can see. And we just want to crack it for about a couple seconds and then close it because we don't want to let liquid straight into the compressor. It'll slug the compressor. So this is clear now. We let all of our dye into the system. Now we're going to add the adequate amount of 410A refrigerant to the system so we can remove the proper amount of heat from the home. Now we're going to add refrigerant to the system. Now the important thing to do is to let just a little bit of liquid into the system and just to crack this suction line valve because it's sucking into the compressor. The compressor has oil in it and we don't want to add too much liquid. It will cause the compressor to slug. So typically I'll crack this suction line for about maximum 10 seconds so we can let that refrigerant cycle through. And I'm going to continue to add refrigerant and weigh it in until we have the proper subcool and superheat for the system. Here we are now that we have a 10 subcool and a 19.7 superheat, so we have this charged properly.